Before we begin, my dear listener, find a comfortable place to rest. Let your shoulders grow heavy. Let your breath deepen. With each exhale, let the world grow softer around you. The night is gentle, and time itself seems to slow. Just for you, you're safe here, you're calm. You're drifting like a candle's flame, swaying quietly in a dark, peaceful room. Now, close your eyes and listen. Our story tonight begins in the deep hush of a medieval abbey, where stone corridors hum with quiet prayers and the scent of beeswax candles fills the air. It is nearly midnight. The bells have already tolled the hour, and most of the monks are fast asleep in their narrow wooden cells, breathing softly in rhythm with the night. But one monk still wakes. Brother Aurelius, the youngest of them all, though his eyes carry the weight of 1,000 dreams. He sits in the abbey's scriptorium, that sacred chamber where words are born in silence. The air smells of ink and tallow, and on his wooden desk rests a candle, its golden flame trembling like a heartbeat. Listen, can you hear it? The gentle scratch of quill against parchment, the faint rustle of vellum as pages turn, the quiet breath of devotion in every curve of ink. For hours he writes, copying sacred texts by hand, each letter painted with reverence, each stroke a whisper of prayer. He works with care, his lips moving silently, his heart steady and calm. But tonight, beneath his brown woolen sleeve, Brother Aurelius hides something different, something forbidden, something beautiful. It is a folded parchment, small enough to fit in his palm, soft with age, edges worn from the touch of wonder. When no one is looking, he opens it beneath the candle's glow, and there it is, his secret map, not of kingdoms or battlefields, not of rivers or roads, but of the sky, a map of stars. Tiny dots of gold and silver ink shimmer on the surface, connected by delicate lines like the threads of a dream. The constellations, Orion, Lyra, Cassiopeia, each drawn from memory, each placed with love. He whispers softly to himself, a verse once taught by an old scholar. To know the heavens, one must first know stillness. He breathes in, and the whole room seems to listen. The candle flickers. The shadows stretch like soft silk across the stone. Outside the window, the world sleeps. The abbey's garden is bathed in moonlight, the air alive with the scent of lavender and thyme. A gentle wind stirs the leaves, and somewhere far beyond, an owl calls from the forest edge. Brother Aurelius looks upward, past the glass panes, past the candle smoke curling in the air, to the deep velvet sky. Every star he sees, he's already painted, not with pride, but with awe. Because in the medieval world, the heavens were not only distant lights, but messages, tiny lanterns of God's handwriting, each one whispering meaning to those who dared to look. He believed, as many did then, that stars were not random. They were a map of destiny, a gentle code woven through time. His fingertips trace the parchment, and his breathing slows. In this quiet place, where ink becomes memory and silence becomes song, the monk feels closer to the divine. The candle crackles softly. You can almost hear it, can't you? That small pop of melting wax, that gentle hiss as the flame bends low, bowing to the whisper of night. Now, let your breath match his, in and out, slowly, gently, like waves touching the shore. As Brother Aurelius folds the map again, he tucks it safely into his sleeve, close to his heart. For he knows that the stars he has painted are not only for him, they are for someone yet to come. A traveler, a dreamer, a soul who might one day meet a light in the dark. He smiles faintly, a secret, sleepy smile, and blows out the candle. Darkness settles, but not a frightening darkness. No, a soft, warm one. The kind that wraps around you like a woolen cloak after a long day. He walks through the quiet hall, the sound of his sandals echoing faintly on the stone. Each step is slow, measured, as if he moves between worlds, between earth and sky, between waking and dream. Outside, the stars seem to follow him, and perhaps they do. He steps into the abbey courtyard, where the fountain murmurs softly. The air is cool, sweet with night dew. He raises his hand to the sky, and in that moment, something stirs in his chest. Not a word, not a thought, just peace. Because he knows though centuries may pass, though kingdoms rise and fall, someone will find his little map. Someone will open it under another candle's glow and feel the same stillness, the same awe, the same hush of stars breathing above. He closes his eyes, and the world feels still. The moon drifts slowly behind a veil of cloud, and Brother Aurelius smiles once more before the night carries him into sleep. You may feel yourself growing lighter now, your thoughts slower, your body warmer, as though the candle's glow still rests near your skin. Breathe in the quiet of the abbey. Breathe out the noise of the day. The stars above are steady. The ink has dried. The story rests in silence, and you are safe. You are calm. You are drifting deeper, deeper, deeper into rest. Sleep well, and thank you for listening. If these stories bring you comfort, please consider following for more peaceful nights to come. Take a deep breath. Let the world outside fade away. Tonight, we journey to a place lost to time. The candlelight of centuries dims now. The abbey sleeps, wrapped in dust and ivy, its golden bells, long, silent. Its halls, once filled with prayer, now hold only echoes. The world has changed, but the stars above have not. It is a new age, hundreds of years since Brother Aurelius drew his map of the heavens. That parchment, long forgotten, rests deep within a hollow wall, sealed behind stone and time. But its light, its gentle shimmer of faith and ink, never truly dimmed. Tonight, the air outside hums with mist. The moon hides shyly behind clouds, and through the fog, a single traveler approaches the ruins of Saint Lune Abbey. Listen, you can almost hear the crunch of his boots upon wet gravel, the soft hiss of wind brushing through tall grass. His name is Lucien. He is a wanderer, a seeker, carrying only a satchel, a journal, and a heart full of questions. He has walked for days, drawn here by tales told in taverns and whispers of a monk who once mapped the heavens and left behind a secret light. The abbey gates grown open at his touch. Their iron vines are cold, but the air beyond feels warmer, as if the ancient stones remember him. Inside, all is still. He lights a small lantern, its glow soft and trembling. Dust floats like snowflakes in its beam. The scent of old wood, of wax and forgotten prayers, fills the quiet air. Lucien steps through the nave, his footsteps echoing gently, not harshly, but like ripples in a sleeping pond. He pauses before an alcove, where a cracked statue of a saint stands watching. Beneath it, the stones are uneven. He kneels. Something beneath the floor catches his eye, a faint, almost imperceptible glimmer. He presses his hand against the stone. It gives slightly, as if softened by the passing of centuries. With careful fingers, he pries it loose. And there, wrapped in linen, darkened by age, lies a small, folded parchment. The moment his skin touches it, a warmth spreads through his hand, like touching sunlight trapped in paper. He unfolds it slowly, and the stars awaken. Tiny pinpoints of light shimmer faintly on the page, like dew touched by dawn. The same constellations Brother Aurelius once drew now glow softly before him alive again. After centuries of silence, Lucien gasps, but not in fear, in awe. The light is not bright. It is calm, steady, like a pulse. As he watches, a single thread of silver stretches from one corner of the map, reaching outward, beckoning. He feels it tug at his heart. He knows what he must do. He must follow it. So he does. He steps back into the night, lantern in hand, the map cradled against his chest. Outside, the fog curls thick around him, but where the silver thread points, the mist parts gently, as though the air itself remembers the way. The path winds through an old forest, where trees arch overhead like cathedral vaults. Their branches sway in the wind, and the sound is like whispers, not words. Just the hush of time breathing. Lucien walks slowly, his boots muffled by moss. He listens to the rhythm of his own footsteps, to the creak of the leather strap across his shoulder, to the heartbeat of the forest around him. Now and then, he glances at the map. Each time, a new star glows faintly, guiding him deeper into the woods. He passes an ancient well, its stones worn smooth by centuries of rain. He pauses to rest, to sip from his flask, and to breathe in the night. The air smells of pine and distant rain. Somewhere, an owl calls softly. The sound feels comforting, like a voice watching over him. Lucian closes his eyes for just a moment, and when he opens them again, the fog has thinned. There, ahead, in a clearing bathed in pale moonlight, stands an old stone fountain. It is cracked and moss-covered, but still beautiful. Its bowl is filled not with water, but with starlight, a shimmering pool of reflected sky. The thread on the map glows brighter, leading him to the fountain's edge. He kneels. The surface ripples as he leans closer, and then, in the mirrored light, he sees not his own reflection, but another face, a monk's face, serene, smiling. It is Brother Aurelius. The reflection speaks softly, its voice like a dream carried on water. You have found it. The map was never meant for the eye, but for the heart. Follow it inward, Lucian, for the stars are within you now. The words drift like feathers on the air, and then the image fades. Lucian sits in silence. He looks up to the vast, open sky, and for the first time in his life, he feels it's the same stillness, the same profound peace the monk once felt centuries ago. He unfolds the map one last time. Its glow softens, then gently fades, as if bowing to the end of its duty. But Lucian's heart remains bright. He folds the parchment carefully and tucks it into his own sleeve, the same way the monk once did. The stars above shimmer in silent approval. The wind sighs through the leaves, and Lucian smiles. He whispers into the night, a quiet promise. May the weary always find light in the dark. The forest echoes softly back, as though repeating the blessing. He rests beside the fountain, his lantern dimming, his eyes heavy with sleep. The stars keep their watch overhead, and as his breathing slows, the line between past and present melts into a dream. Now, dear listener, breathe with him, in and out, slow and easy. Feel the gentle starlight resting upon your eyelids. Feel the soft rhythm of peace settling over you. Like Lucian, you have followed the thread through time and found the same stillness waiting for you at the end of the path. You are warm, you are safe, you are glowing softly within. The story ends where all good dreams begin, beneath the sky of quiet stars, with your heart at rest. Sleep now, traveler. Sleep, and may your dreams be full of light. Thank you for joining me on this journey tonight. If you enjoyed this story, please consider liking and subscribing for more peaceful adventures. Good night. Welcome. Find a comfortable position and allow your body to settle. Let's begin our journey together. As Brother Aurelius closes his eyes, his world begins to dissolve into a hush of silver mist. The cool night air deepens, and the sound of the fountain in the courtyard softly fades into something else, something distant, yet familiar, a lullaby sung by the stars themselves. His breath slows, his body rests, and soon he is no longer in his narrow cell, nor within the walls of the abbey. He stands instead upon a hill of cloud, bathed in moonlight, where the earth below looks small, and the heavens above stretch endlessly. The stars, they are closer here. Each one shimmers like a candle flame, suspended in a vast cathedral of night. They hum softly, a sound like wind through glass bells, like the turning of distant pages. Brother Aurelius gazes upward, and the constellations he once inked in secret begin to stir. The lines he drew on parchment come alive in the sky, golden threads weaving and unweaving, forming shapes that shift and breathe. He watches Orion's belt stretch across the horizon, sees Cassiopeia's silver crown tilt and shine. Each movement feels slow, rhythmic, hypnotic, as if the universe itself is breathing with him. He whispers a prayer, not with words, but with wonder, and in response, the stars seem to draw nearer. One descends, drifting gently like a falling snowflake. It lands upon his open palm, warm, alive, glowing with a soft golden light. He feels its hum in his chest, a vibration as tender as a heartbeat. And from within the star, a faint voice speaks no louder than the sound of ink drying. You mapped us with faith, little monk. Now walk among us. He steps forward, and the hill of cloud beneath his feet ripples like water. He does not fall, he floats. A current of starlight carries him, weaving between constellations, like a pilgrim wandering through a cosmic garden. Each step leaves a trail of faint light behind him, soft as the breath of dawn. He passes a cluster of stars shaped like an open hand, the hand of the healer, known in the old scrolls. Medieval astronomers once believed that this constellation blessed those who sought truth in the heavens. Aurelius reaches out, and the starlight brushes his fingertips. He feels warmth, a memory of the sun he has not seen for days. And for the first time, he realizes that peace is not stillness alone. It is movement, to the quiet movement of the soul, toward understanding. Further, he drifts. The stars around him shimmer in soft patterns, some familiar, some unknown to any map of man. Each pulse of light feels like a word, a gentle secret. He wonders if this is what the ancients felt when they first traced the heavens with trembling hands, naming stars not from knowledge, but from reverence. He closes his eyes, and the cosmos hums around him. The sound is soothing, steady, endless, like waves upon an unseen shore. And then, something changes. The golden thread of starlight begins to draw shapes again, but this time, not constellations, not patterns in the sky. No, these are faces, gentle faces, kind faces, the faces of those who once watched the same stars, a shepherd lying on a hill, a sailor on a darkened sea, a mother rocking her child by the hearth. They all lift their gaze upward, their eyes glowing faintly with reflected light. Aurelius understands. The stars connect them all. The same sky has always belonged to everyone, from kings to farmers, from saints to dreamers. He breathes deeply. The realization fills him like warmth fills a candle's wax. He whispers softly to the stars, "We are all mapped in your light, aren't we?" And the stars, oh, they seem to smile. A single comet streaks across the sky, painting a line of silver fire. It pauses just for him, and from its tail falls a tiny spark, a drop of light that lands gently upon his robe. When he looks down, he sees that the spark has become ink pure, shining ink. He understands he must return. The dream begins to fade. The constellations dim. The hum grows softer, like a lullaby reaching its final note. Slowly, the monk drifts backward, falling through the hush of clouds, through veils of night and whispering air. He feels weight again, the gentle pull of the world below. The scent of beeswax returns. The flicker of candlelight dances behind his closed eyes. And when he opens them, he is once again in the scriptorium, his head resting upon his folded arms. The map lies open before him. But now, something has changed. Where once the stars were mere dots of gold ink, they shimmer softly, as though alive. A faint silver trail runs across the page, the same line the comet had drawn in his dream. He smiles faintly. He knows the map is no longer his alone. It belongs to the night, to anyone who might need to find their way, not across land, but across longing. The candle beside him burns low, wax pooling like honey in its dish. He whispers one final prayer. May the weary always find light in the dark. And with that, he closes the map, tucks it back into his sleeve, and leans against the desk. The room is warm. The shadows are kind. The stars beyond the windows seem to flicker in gentle rhythm with his breath. And soon, the monk drifts once more into sleep, not the dream of stars, but the deep, human sleep of one who has found peace. Now, breathe deeply, dear listener. Feel the same warmth he felt, the same calm. Let the stars above your mind glow softly, not bright enough to wake you, just enough to guide you inward. The map you carry is invisible, but real. It lives in your breath, in your stillness, in the quiet pulse that carries you through the night. You are safe, you are steady, you are home. The story has folded itself closed now, but its light remains a soft star resting inside your dreams. Sleep well, gentle traveler of the mind. Sleep and drift until morning finds you smiling. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you found peace here, consider subscribing for more moments of rest. Good night.